The Warriors finally showed up big time. Golden State's performance against the Timberwolves was electric last night. They snapped a rough 3-game losing streak with a 113-103 win, and their energy was undeniable. Steph Curry led the charge, dropping 31 points and dishing out 10 assists. But it wasn't just Curry. The whole team stepped up in critical moments. The Timberwolves briefly took the lead in the fourth, but the Warriors didn't crumble like they've done in the past. Instead, they locked in and sealed the game with clutch free throws and stifling defense. They went 9 for 10 from the line in the final quarter, while Minnesota struggled, making only 6 out of 10. That kind of precision made a huge difference down the stretch. Trayce Jackson-Davis had one of his best games yet, going 7 for 8 from the floor with 15 points and 9 rebounds. 8 of those points came in the fourth quarter when every possession mattered. He even threw down a massive putback dunk that had to fire up the bench. The Warriors didn't just get stops. They made sure to capitalize with strong finishes at the rim, tallying 4 dunks in the last quarter alone. Andrew Wiggins, despite an off-shooting night, brought the defensive energy. His 3 steals and 2 blocks were pivotal, especially in the first half when they held Minnesota to just 37 points. Meanwhile, Brandon Podds continued his hot streak from deep, showing off his growth as a reliable shooter. Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert couldn't carry Minnesota through Golden State's late-game surge. With Curry's leadership and contributions from the entire roster, the Warriors reminded everyone they've still got what it takes to close out games when it counts. But the Warriors are very confusing, because the weird thing is, they have had some players who have been extremely good this season. One thing I was thinking is maybe things will turn around with Dennis Schroeder on the team now, and getting used to the dub system. I want to talk about how good he's been this season. Dennis Schroeder has been nothing short of exceptional this season. His consistency, versatility, and sharp decision-making have made him a key player, and his transition from the Nets to the Warriors has only amplified his strengths. Whether it's his efficient scoring, playmaking, or ball handling, Schroeder's impact on the court has been undeniable. Let's dive into his scoring first. Schroeder is averaging 17.5 points per game, and his ability to score efficiently has been a major factor in his success. His shooting percentages are impressive across the board. He's hitting nearly 39% of his shots from beyond the arc, and his free throw shooting is just shy of 90%. Those numbers reflect how dependable he's been in clutch moments. When it comes to pull-up shots, Schroeder has an effective field goal percentage of 57.2, ranking 4th in the league and ahead of more than 95% of players. That's an elite level of efficiency for a player tasked with creating his own offense regularly. Schroeder's ball handling ability is another standout aspect of his game. Ranked in the 95th percentile for ball handling metrics, he's been a nightmare for defenders. His control and creativity with the ball make him nearly impossible to guard one-on-one. He navigates tight defenses with ease, creating opportunities for himself and his teammates. Whether he's weaving through traffic or breaking down a defender off the dribble, his ability to handle the ball is a huge asset for any team he's on. And let's talk about his passing. Schroeder is averaging 6.5 assists per game, and his assist rate sits at an impressive 30%. That means he's directly contributing to over 16 points per game just through his assists. It's not just about the volume of his passing, it's the quality. His court vision allows him to find teammates in perfect scoring positions, and his timing is impeccable. Whether it's threading the needle to a cutting teammate or kicking out to an open shooter, Schroeder consistently makes the right play. These contributions place him ahead of 66% of players in terms of assisting teammates, highlighting his value as a playmaker. Schroeder's ability to improve his team's performance is evident in his on-off stats. When he's on the court, his teams perform better, with a positive on-off differential of plus 1.6. While that may not seem dramatic, those small margins can make all the difference in tight games. His presence on the floor consistently gives his team an edge, especially in high-pressure moments where every possession counts. One of Schroeder's most impressive qualities this season has been his efficiency. His offensive rating of 114 showcases his ability to generate points effectively while minimizing mistakes. His turnover rate is relatively low for a player who handles the ball as much as he does, with just 2.6 turnovers per game. That combination of high assist numbers and low turnovers demonstrates his reliability as a primary ball handler. His shooting has also been a bright spot. Beyond his nearly 39% accuracy from 3, his ability to space the floor has been invaluable. Opposing defenses have to respect his range, which opens up the court for his teammates. Whether he's pulling up from deep or spotting up for a catch-and-shoot opportunity, Schroeder keeps defenders on their toes. And when he gets to the free throw line, he's almost automatic, hitting nearly 89% of his attempts. Defensively, Schroeder has shown flashes of brilliance. While his defensive rating of 116.7 suggests there's room for improvement, his effort and activity on that end of the court are evident. His quick hands and ability to apply ball pressure have resulted in turnovers that spark fast breaks for his team. Schroeder's defensive contributions may not always show up in traditional stats, but his hustle and intensity make an impact. One of the most remarkable things about Schroeder this season is his consistency. He's recorded a positive plus-minus in 44% of his games, which is a testament to his ability to make a difference, even in challenging matchups. Whether he's leading the offense or providing a steady presence in crunch time, Schroeder has been reliable night in and night out. Schroeder's transition from the Nets to the Warriors should only get better. The Warriors' fast-paced system demands quick decision-making and adaptability, both of which Schroeder excels at. His ability to facilitate the offense fits perfectly with their style of play. But it's not just his work as a primary ball handler that stands out. He's also been effective off the ball. Schroeder's movement without the ball, whether it's making timely cuts or spacing the floor, adds another layer to his game. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, Schroeder. It's worth noting that Schroeder's impact isn't limited to his individual stats. His presence elevates the players around him. By creating open looks and finding the right players at the right moments, he's made his teammates' jobs easier. That kind of unselfish play is invaluable, especially for a team looking to make a deep run in the playoffs. Statistically and stylistically, Schroeder's season has been one of the best of his career. He's found a balance between scoring, playmaking, and efficiency that makes him one of the most versatile guards in the league. His ability to adapt to different roles and situations has been a big reason for his success. Watching Schroeder this season has been a treat. His skill, energy, and leadership on the court make him a player to admire. Whether he's breaking down a defense with his ball handling, finding an open teammate with a pinpoint pass, or knocking down a clutch shot, Schroeder consistently delivers. His numbers speak for themselves, but it's the way he plays the game, with confidence and flair, that makes him stand out. After him, though, we gotta talk about Curry. Steph Curry has been nothing short of incredible this season. His ability to dominate games with his skill, efficiency, and leadership is unmatched, and his numbers back it all up. Averaging 22.4 points per game, Curry is one of the league's top scorers, ranking in the top 25. What makes this even more impressive is his efficiency. With a true shooting percentage of 61.4, he's outperforming 76% of players, showing just how effective he is with every shot he takes. Offensively, Curry has been on another level. His offensive rating of 120.9 highlights his ability to create points not only for himself, but for his team. He's a maestro on the floor, controlling the pace and flow of the game. His ball handling is among the best in the league, ranking in the 95th percentile. Whether he's breaking down defenses with his dribble or orchestrating the offense, Curry's skill with the ball is something special. His usage rate of 28.3% reflects just how much responsibility he carries, and he thrives under that pressure. When it comes to playmaking, Curry has been elite. Averaging 6.5 assists per game, he's consistently setting up his teammates for success. His assist rate of 30% ranks him ahead of 92% of players, which is no small feat. He directly contributes to over 15 points per game through his assists, showcasing his ability to make those around him better. Curry's vision and timing are impeccable, whether he's threading the needle for a cutting teammate or swinging the ball to an open shooter. The numbers tell the story of his value on the court. His on-off stats are staggering, with a positive differential of plus 9.2 when he's playing. That ranks him ahead of 95% of players and emphasizes how much better his team is with him on the floor. Curry's presence elevates the entire team, creating opportunities and forcing defenses to adjust to his every move. From beyond the arc, Curry remains the gold standard. Shooting over 40% from three-point range, he continues to redefine what's possible from deep. His ability to hit shots from anywhere on the court is what makes him such a nightmare for opponents. Defenses are constantly stretched to their limits, trying to contain his range, but even then he finds ways to score. Curry's shooting doesn't just add points, it changes the entire dynamic of the game. Defensively, Curry has also been making his mark. While offense is often the focus when talking about his game, his defensive contributions shouldn't be overlooked. With a defensive rating of 113.4 and a mixed team defense ranking in the 77th percentile, he's proving he can hold his own on that end of the court. He averages 1.3 steals per game, showing his ability to disrupt opposing offenses. Additionally, he pulls down 4.5 defensive rebounds per game, helping his team secure possessions. Curry's consistency this season has been remarkable. He's recorded a positive plus/minus in 72.7% of his games, a testament to his ability to impact the game no matter the circumstances. Whether his team is ahead or battling from behind, Curry's steady presence and ability to deliver make all the difference. His reliability is something every coach dreams of in a star player. What stands out the most this season is Curry's efficiency per possession. He averages 1.2 points per scoring attempt, putting him ahead of 98% of players in this category. That level of precision shows how much he maximizes every opportunity. It's not just about taking a lot of shots, it's about making the most of every single one. Curry's efficiency is a masterclass in how to impact the game without wasting possessions. Even with all the defensive attention he draws, Curry has managed to keep his turnovers relatively low. Averaging 3.1 turnovers per game, he's maintaining control in high-pressure situations. That balance between handling the ball so much and keeping mistakes to a minimum is a skill that sets him apart from other players at his level. It speaks to his poise and basketball IQ. Curry's impact isn't just in the numbers, it's in the way he plays the game. His leadership is evident in how his teammates rally around him. His energy is infectious, and it raises the level of everyone on the court. Even without directly scoring or assisting, Curry's ability to draw defenders and create space for others makes him invaluable. Teams have to respect his shooting range and ball handling so much that it opens up countless opportunities for his teammates. From a broader perspective, Curry's rebounding and defensive contributions show how well-rounded his game has become. Averaging 5 rebounds per game places him in the top 87 percentile, proving he's more than willing to do the dirty work when needed. He's not just an offensive force, he's finding ways to contribute in every aspect of the game. Watching Curry this season has been an absolute joy. His ability to blend scoring, playmaking, and leadership is truly something to behold. His numbers are incredible, but it's the way he impacts the game in every possible way that sets him apart. Whether he's setting the tempo, hitting a clutch shot, or locking in on defense, Curry continues to show why he's one of the best players in the league. Curry's versatility, efficiency, and leadership make him one of the most exciting players to watch, and his impact this season has been nothing short of extraordinary. His combination of skills is rare, and his ability to influence the game on so many levels is a testament to his greatness. The way he's been playing this season is a reminder of why he's considered one of the all-time greats. It's been amazing to see him thrive and dominate, proving once again why he's such a special player. After him, though, I want to talk about Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is having one of the best seasons of his career, and the numbers back it up. He's been a reliable scoring option, an elite defender, and an underrated offensive rebounder. Averaging 17.4 points per game, Wiggins is ranked in the top 56 for scoring this season. That's impressive, especially when you consider he's only playing 28 minutes per game. His efficiency is a big part of what makes him so valuable. Wiggins is shooting 46.3% from the field, which ranks him in the top 70 of all players. He's also hitting his three-pointers at an impressive clip. At home, he's shooting 46.6% from deep, and even on the road, he's hitting 44% of his attempts. Those numbers show his consistency, no matter the environment. When you look at his per 36-minute stats, it gets even better. He's averaging 22.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. That kind of production in limited minutes is a testament to how efficient he's been this season. One of the standout aspects of Wiggins' game is his ability to take care of the ball. His turnover percentage is just 6.51, meaning he turns the ball over on fewer than 7 out of every 100 plays he's involved in. That's better than 84% of players. His decision-making has been sharp, and it shows in how cleanly he executes on offense, with an average of 1.2 turnovers per game. Despite being involved in 22.8% of the team's offensive plays, Wiggins keeps mistakes to a minimum Defensively, Wiggins has been outstanding. His team defensive efficiency rating of 111.4 ranks him above 76% of players. He's averaging 1 steal and 0.7 blocks per game, which highlights his ability to disrupt opponents. His mixed team defense ranking places him in the 72nd percentile, showing how effective he is both individually and within the team system. On top of that, his defensive rebounding average of 2.6 per game adds another layer to his contributions on that end of the floor. One area where Wiggins doesn't get enough credit is his offensive rebounding. His instincts and timing on the boards create second chance opportunities for his team, which are critical in tight games. He's not just grabbing rebounds, he's turning them into points or extra possessions, making him a valuable asset on both ends of the court. Wiggins has also been a steady performer regardless of the setting. At home, he's averaging 23.4 points per game while shooting 50.8% from the field. On the road, his numbers barely drop, with averages of 21.8 points per game on 44% shooting. That kind of consistency is rare, especially for a player with such a demanding two-way role. It's clear that Wiggins thrives no matter the situation. Another strength of Wiggins' game is his ability to adapt. He's taking just under 13 field goal attempts per game and getting to the free throw line about 4 times per contest. With a usage rate of 22.8%, he's involved in nearly a quarter of the team's offensive possessions. Even with that significant role, he's maintained a high level of efficiency. His ability to make smart decisions and deliver in key moments has been critical for his team. When looking at Wiggins' defensive contributions, his versatility stands out. He's capable of guarding multiple positions, which allows his team to switch effectively on defense. His combination of size, athleticism, and awareness makes him a tough matchup for opposing players. Wiggins can lock down perimeter scorers while also holding his own in the post. His presence on defense has been a game changer. What's also impressive about Wiggins this season is his scoring efficiency per possession. He's averaging 14.6 scoring attempts per 100 possessions, with only 1.2 turnovers in that span. That puts him ahead of 72% of players. His ability to maximize possessions is a key reason why he's been so effective this season. He knows how to pick his spots and take high percentage shots, which keeps his efficiency high. Wiggins has been an essential piece for his team, not just because of his scoring and defense, but also due to his consistency. He's a player who rarely has an off night, and his numbers reflect that reliability. His production doesn't waver, whether he's at home or on the road, and that's exactly what you want from a player in his role. His ability to step up in any situation has been huge for his team's success. Another thing that stands out about Wiggins is how well he fits into the team system. He's not a player who demands the ball every possession, but when he gets his opportunities, he makes the most of them. His unselfishness and willingness to play within the flow of the game make him an ideal teammate. It's not just about individual numbers for Wiggins, it's about contributing to wins, and he's been doing that at a high level this season. Watching Wiggins this season has been a treat. His ability to impact the game in so many ways, from scoring efficiently to playing lockdown defense, makes him a complete player. He's having one of the best years of his career, and it's clear he's found a rhythm that works for him. His combination of skill, athleticism, and basketball IQ is a joy to watch. Wiggins' season is a reminder of how valuable a player can be when they excel on both ends of the court. He's been consistent, efficient, and impactful, which is everything you could ask for from a player in his position. Whether it's his scoring, defense, or ability to take care of the ball, Wiggins has been delivering at a high level all season long. It's been amazing to see him thrive and prove just how important he is to his team. After him, though, I want to talk about Trayce Jackson-Davis. Trayce Jackson-Davis has quietly been putting together an impressive sophomore season. He's proving to be a reliable contributor with his all-around game, showing efficiency, hustle, and versatility every time he steps on the court. Averaging 7.6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game, Jackson-Davis is making the most of his minutes. What's really exciting is how effective he's been in such a limited role. He's only playing around 18 minutes per game, yet his impact is undeniable. His rebounding has been a standout. Averaging 5 rebounds per game, Jackson-Davis ranks in the top 84 among all players. And when you break it down further, it gets even better. He's grabbing 1.7 offensive rebounds per game, placing him in the top 88% for offensive rebounding percentage. That kind of presence on the offensive glass is huge, creating second-chance opportunities and keeping possessions alive. On the defensive end, he's pulling in 3.3 boards per game, ranking in the top 79% for defensive rebound percentage. His ability to fight for rebounds on both ends has been a key part of his game. Shooting efficiency is another area where Jackson Davis has excelled. His effective field goal percentage is a stellar 62.1, putting him in the top 86% of the league. This means he's not just scoring but doing so in an incredibly efficient way. He averages 1.2 points per field goal attempt, highlighting his ability to take high percentage shots. He's especially effective around the rim, showing great touch and composure when finishing close to the basket. As a starter, Jackson Davis has taken his game to another level. In 19 starts this season, he's averaging 8.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 0.8 blocks in just under 18 minutes per game. Those numbers are a testament to his consistency and ability to adapt to the starting lineup. His energy and hustle make him a great fit, especially when the Warriors have needed more size in the front court, as seen in matchups against physical players like Rudy Gobert. Another impressive part of Jackson Davis's game is his low turnover rate. His turnover percentage is just 6.5, meaning he's turning the ball over less than 7 times per 100 actions. That's better than 84% of players and shows how disciplined and composed he is with the ball. It's rare to see a young player with such control, especially when adjusting to the speed and physicality of the NBA. His playmaking has also been solid, averaging 2 assists per game and showing good vision for a big man. He's capable of finding cutters and making the right passes, keeping the offense flowing. For a sophomore, his ability to contribute in multiple areas is impressive, and it's clear he's earning his minutes with his all-around game. Jackson Davis's rebounding percentages highlight just how effective he's been in grabbing boards. His offensive rebound percentage of 9.28 places him in the top 88% of players, while his defensive rebound percentage of 17.55 ranks him in the top 79%. These numbers reflect his ability to track the ball, fight for position, and outwork opponents on the glass. It's that kind of effort that coaches love to see, and it's been a big part of his success this season. Defensively, Jackson Davis has shown a lot of promise. He's averaging 0.8 blocks per game as a starter, and while he may not be a dominant rim protector just yet, his timing and instincts are evident. His presence in the paint has helped the Warriors when they've needed to match up against bigger lineups, and his ability to contest shots without fouling has been a positive sign. His scoring efficiency per field goal attempt is another area where he stands out. With 3.4 two-pointers made per game on 5.4 attempts, Jackson Davis is converting at a high rate. He knows his strengths and plays within them, which is why his shooting numbers are so strong. Whether it's a putback after an offensive rebound or a smart cut to the basket, he's consistently finding ways to score efficiently. Jackson Davis's ability to contribute in multiple areas makes him a valuable player, even in limited minutes. His versatility allows him to play different roles depending on the team's needs, and his energy and effort are always noticeable. Whether he's crashing the boards, setting screens, or moving without the ball, he's constantly making plays that help his team. One of the most exciting things about Jackson Davis is his potential for growth. He's already performing at a high level in his sophomore season, and as he gets more comfortable and gains more experience, there's no telling how much better he can get. His work ethic and ability to adapt have been evident, and it's clear he's taking full advantage of his opportunities. Watching Jackson Davis this season has been a lot of fun. His hustle, efficiency, and ability to make an impact in multiple areas make him a player you can't help but root for. He's been a great fit for the Warriors, providing size, energy, and smart decision-making whenever he's on the floor. It's been amazing to see how much he's been able to contribute in his first year, and there's every reason to believe he's just getting started. But then, of course, we can talk about Draymond. Draymond Green's season has been a fascinating mix of impactful contributions and unexpected lows, and his influence on the game remains undeniable. Averaging 8.9 points, 6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game, he continues to be the engine that drives his team's success. Even in a season with its ups and downs, including a rough outing against the Grizzlies, Draymond's importance can't be overstated. Let's address the Grizzlies game right away. Draymond had a rare off night, finishing with 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and a plus-minus of -42. By all accounts, it was one of the most difficult games of his career, but even in a performance like that, the big picture tells a different story. Draymond is not defined by one game. His season is about the cumulative impact he has on both ends of the court. Players like Draymond are judged by their ability to bounce back, and his consistency throughout the year proves just how valuable he is. His passing has been stellar, ranking among the league's best playmakers. Averaging 5.6 assists per game, he's in the top 30 for assists. His assist percentage of 25.38 shows that he's responsible for more than a quarter of his team's made field goals while on the court, putting him ahead of 87% of players. On average, he's creating nearly 14 points per game for his teammates through his passing alone. His ability to see plays develop before they happen makes him one of the smartest players in the league. Draymond's defensive impact remains elite. His defensive rating of 113.2 ranks among the league's best, and his mixed team defense ranking places him in the 82nd percentile. He's averaging 1 steal and nearly 1 block per game, showcasing his ability to disrupt offenses in multiple ways. His defensive rebounding has been strong, pulling down 5.1 defensive boards per game, which puts him in the top 74% of players in that category. His ability to read the game defensively and anticipate plays continues to be unmatched. Even on offense, where scoring isn't his primary role, Draymond's efficiency shines. His offensive rating of 117.4 demonstrates just how effective he is at creating opportunities and keeping possessions alive. He's not a high-volume shooter, but his decision-making makes every shot he takes count. He's averaging just 2.5 turnovers per game, despite being heavily involved in running the offense. And his assist-to-turnover ratio is more than 2-to-1. That level of efficiency and ball control highlights his value in high-pressure situations. Draymond's ability to impact games is best illustrated by his on-off numbers. When he's on the floor, his team has a positive on-off differential of plus 3.1, ranking him in the 92nd percentile of players. His net rating of plus 4.2 further emphasizes how much better his team performs when he's in the game. Whether it's through his passing, defense, or leadership, Draymond consistently makes winning plays. Rebounding has been another strong point this season. Averaging 6 rebounds per game, Draymond ranks in the top 56 players in the league. His defensive rebounding percentage of 16.49 reflects his ability to secure possessions and prevent second-chance opportunities for opponents. While his offensive rebounding numbers aren't as high, his effort on the boards still creates additional opportunities for his team. What makes Draymond so special is his versatility. He's capable of guarding multiple positions, allowing his team to switch seamlessly on defense. His communication and leadership on that end of the floor are invaluable, constantly directing teammates and ensuring everyone is in the right position. His basketball IQ is unmatched, and it's clear that his team relies heavily on his ability to anchor the defense. Even after the tough game against the Grizzlies, Draymond's resilience stands out. It's rare for a player to have such an off night, but for someone like Draymond, it's the exception rather than the rule. He's recorded a positive plus-minus in 66.7% of his games this season, showing just how often he's on the floor for winning basketball. One game doesn't define him. His overall contributions are what matter most. Draymond's leadership also plays a huge role in his value. He's the emotional leader of his team, setting the tone both on and off the court. His energy, intensity, and willingness to do whatever it takes to win make him irreplaceable. Whether it's setting a hard screen, making the extra pass, or rotating perfectly on defense, Draymond's impact goes beyond the stat sheet. His rebounding, passing, and defensive presence make him one of the most complete players in the league. Even when he's not scoring in double figures, his contributions in other areas ensure his team stays competitive. Watching Draymond this season has been a masterclass in how to affect the game without being the primary scorer. Draymond's bounce-back performances after tough games, like the one against the Grizzlies, highlight his mental toughness and ability to lead. His game is about consistency, effort, and doing the little things that don't always get noticed. His numbers may not always be flashy, but his impact on winning is undeniable. This season has been another example of why Draymond Green remains one of the most valuable players in the league. His ability to impact every facet of the game, scoring, passing, rebounding, and defense, is a testament to his skill and basketball IQ. Even with occasional lows, Draymond's highs consistently elevate his team and prove just how important he is to their success. After him, though, I want to talk about Pods. Brandon Pods has been steadily finding his groove this season, and his recent improvement is a promising sign for the Warriors. Starting the year with some struggles, he's managed to turn things around, carving out a more defined role. Averaging 8.4 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game, Pods has shown glimpses of the player the Warriors envisioned when they invested in him as a long-term piece. Pods' playmaking has been solid, especially for someone adjusting to a new role. With an assist rate of 20.18, he's assisting on just over 20% of his team's made field goals while he's on the floor. That puts him in the top 75% of players in the league. Averaging 3.4 assists per game, he's directly contributing to nearly 9 points per game through his passing. His court vision and ability to make the right play are clear, even as he transitions to playing more off the ball. His ball handling has also been a bright spot. Ranked in the top 83% for ball handling ability, Pods has shown he can navigate defenses effectively and maintain control in tight situations. What's even more impressive is his ability to limit mistakes. Averaging just 1.1 turnovers per game, he's taking care of the ball better than 90% of players in the league. That level of efficiency is a big asset, especially for a team that values smart decision-making. Defensively, Pods has been better than expected. His mixed team defense ranking places him in the 90th percentile, highlighting his ability to contribute to stopping opponents both individually and within the team system. Averaging 0.9 steals and 0.3 blocks per game, he's not the flashiest defender, but his positioning and effort make him effective. His team defensive efficiency rating of 106.6 is among the best on the team, showing how impactful he's been in limiting opposing offenses. Rebounding has been another area where Pods has made his mark. Averaging 4.7 rebounds per game, he ranks in the top 96 players in the league. His defensive rebounding numbers stand out in particular, with an average of 3.6 per game. That effort on the boards is crucial for a guard, especially in a system that values transitioning quickly from defense to offense. His ability to grab loose balls and secure possessions has been a valuable asset. Pods' scoring numbers might not leap off the page, but there's a lot to like about his potential as a shooter. He's averaging 8.4 points per game on 40.3% shooting. While the efficiency isn't where it could be, his ability to find his spots and take high percentage shots has improved as the season has progressed. With the recent arrival of Dennis Schroeder, Pods' role has shifted, allowing him to play off the ball more and focus on his strengths as a secondary playmaker and outside shooter. Coach Steve Kerr has spoken about how this adjustment could benefit Pods, and the early signs are encouraging. Playing alongside a steady lead ball handler like Schroeder is expected to alleviate some of the pressure Pods faced earlier in the season. The hope is that this change will allow him to get back to being an efficient outside shooter, a relentless loose ball chaser, and an offensive rebounding specialist. Pods' offensive rebounding has been a surprising strength. His hustle and instincts on the glass have helped him create second chance opportunities for his team. He's not just grabbing rebounds, he's turning them into additional possessions, which can swing momentum in tight games. That kind of effort is exactly what the Warriors need from him in his current role. The Warriors clearly see Pods as a key piece for the future. Despite his early struggles, the team has continued to give him significant minutes, signaling their belief in his long-term potential. He's been averaging between 20 and 25 minutes per game, even with the addition of Schroeder, which shows the trust they have in him to contribute now while continuing to develop. The challenge for Pods moving forward will be consistency. He's shown flashes of brilliance, but the Warriors are counting on him to sustain that level of play as he settles into his role. His ability to play off the ball and still impact the game with his rebounding, defense, and passing will be crucial for the team's success this season. He's embraced the changes in his role and has worked hard to make the most of his opportunities. Whether it's moving without the ball, setting screens, or making the extra pass, he's finding ways to contribute beyond just scoring. That unselfishness and effort are what make him such an intriguing player to watch. One of the most encouraging signs is how well Pods has responded to adversity. Starting the season with some struggles could have shaken his confidence, but instead, he's used it as motivation to improve. His recent performances show a player who's more comfortable, more focused, and more determined to make an impact. Pods' development is a storyline worth keeping an eye on as the season progresses. If he continues to grow in his role and find ways to impact the game, he could become a key piece for the Warriors both now and in the future. His combination of effort, intelligence, and versatility makes him a player with a lot of upside. Watching Pods this season has been a journey of highs and lows, but his recent improvement is a testament to his work ethic and determination. He's finding his rhythm, and it's clear the Warriors are invested in helping him reach his potential. This season is shaping up to be an important one for his growth, and it's exciting to see how far he can go. But lastly, I want to talk about JK. JK's season has been a mix of challenges and potential, showing flashes of what he can bring to the table, but also highlighting areas for growth, averaging 15.1 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. JK's raw numbers are respectable. However, his efficiency has taken a hit this year, with his field goal percentage dropping to a career low 43.6%. That's a noticeable dip compared to his previous seasons, where he shot over 52% consistently. One of the main reasons for this decline could be his shot selection. JK is shooting just 28% from the 10 to 14 foot range, which isn't ideal for a player with his skill set. Those mid-range attempts aren't yielding the results he needs, and it's something that has impacted his overall scoring efficiency. Despite this, JK remains an aggressive offensive player, as seen in his usage rate of 27.6%. That ranks him in the top 10% of players and shows just how much the team relies on him to create offense. JK's playmaking has been a mixed bag. Averaging 2 assists per game, he's contributing to his team's ball movement, but the opportunities haven't always translated into points. Part of this is due to his teammates not converting on some of his passes, which isn't entirely on him. Even so, his assist rate shows room for improvement if he can refine his decision-making and timing. Defensively, JK has shown his potential, ranking in the 80th percentile for mixed team defense. He's averaging 0.9 steals and 0.6 blocks per game, with a defensive rebounding average of 3.2. His team defensive efficiency rating of 110.3 indicates he's making a positive impact on that end of the court. He's not yet a lockdown defender, but his ability to guard multiple positions and disrupt plays is a valuable asset. Rebounding is an area where JK has been steady, but not exceptional. His 4.4 rebounds per game rank him outside the top 100, and his 3.2 defensive rebounds per game suggest he could do more to secure boards. Considering his athleticism and physical tools, there's untapped potential for him to become a more dominant rebounder if he focuses on positioning and anticipation. JK's offensive style is high energy, and his aggressive approach is evident in his 13 field goal attempts and 4.2 free throw attempts per game. While his shooting efficiency has declined, his willingness to attack the rim and draw fouls is a positive sign. Getting to the free throw line more consistently could help offset some of the inefficiencies in his shooting. One of JK's most intriguing qualities is his ability to create offense in high usage situations. With a usage rate of 27.6%, he's heavily involved in his team's offensive plays. That level of involvement speaks to the confidence the team has in him, even if the results haven't always been there this season. His actions per game, 13 field goal attempts, 4 free throw attempts, and 2 assists, show he's always looking to make something happen on the court. JK's athleticism and versatility are what make him such an intriguing player. He has the physical tools to be a difference maker on both ends of the floor, and while his numbers might be down this year, the potential is still there. His ability to guard multiple positions and contribute as a secondary playmaker gives him the kind of versatility teams covet in today's NBA. Despite the challenges, JK's season isn't without its bright spots. His confidence in taking on a significant offensive role is a good sign for his development. Players who can handle a high usage rate and still contribute to their team's success are hard to find, and JK has shown flashes of being that kind of player. The key for him will be improving his efficiency and continuing to refine his decision-making. Watching JK this season has been a reminder of how development isn't always linear. He's had highs and lows, but the effort and potential are clear. If he can clean up his shot selection, improve his rebounding, and continue to grow as a playmaker, there's no doubt he can take his game to the next level. It's all about putting the pieces together and maximizing his incredible athleticism and versatility. Overall, though, the Warriors are one of the most confusing teams this season. They've had moments of brilliance and stretches that leave you scratching your head. But last night's win against the Timberwolves was a breath of fresh air. They played with energy, focus, and a sense of urgency that's been missing at times. It felt like everything clicked, reminding everyone just how dangerous this team can be when they're locked in. If they can build on this, there's still plenty of potential for a strong run. This was the kind of win that can shift momentum in a big way. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll be posting every day during this season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.